Do you find yourself being asked to repeat yourself in German over and over again? Do you feel like whenever you try to say something in German, people just don't understand you? I know it can feel very frustrating coming up with the courage to speak in German and trying to apply what you've learned and then not being understood. So today I'm going to give you 6 tips to improve your pronunciation, and definitely stick around to the end of this video for a bonus tip that a friend from the US has actually shared with me, and that is so brilliant that today you can't even tell that she is not a native. So if you are excited to improve your pronunciation and sound more like a native, then give this video a like. I really appreciate your feedback. It helps me a lot to understand which topics you find interesting and helpful. And if you're new here, hallo und herzlich willkommen. My name is Salome. I'm a German native teacher, and on this channel I share practical tips to improve your German skills and navigate life in the German-speaking countries with confidence and ease. So if this is something you need right now, then join the Speak Fluent German YouTube fam and subscribe. I'd love to see you around here more often. Also make sure to hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload another weekly lesson. Alright, without further ado, let's dive in. Los geht's! So my tip number 1 is to get familiar with German phonetics. For that, you first need to familiarize yourself with the German alphabet, which is technically the same as in English apart from the umlaute, ä, ö, and ü, and the so-called sharp S. So understanding German phonetics also involves learning about how the sounds of German are produced, how they are represented in writing, and the rules that define the pronunciation. Like for example, the vowels in German, a, e, I, o, and u. There's also a difference between long and short vowels, which I teach in depth in my free training for beginners. It's a 60-minute value-packed lesson to kickstart your German learning, so if you need additional help with this, then make sure to join. The link to register for free is in the description box below, and I would love to see you there. Tip number 2 is to work on difficult sounds. So once you've understood the different sounds, focus on practicing the ones that you find difficult. For English speakers, that are usually the umlaute ä, ö, and ü, which don't exist in English, and also the German r and ch sound or ch sound. I have a full in-depth tutorial for both of these topics as well that you can check out next. Tip number 3 is to listen actively. Listening to native speakers is crucial for understanding German phonetics, so pay attention to how they pronounce words and what their mouth is doing while they speak. This will help you to internalize the correct pronunciation, and for this I'd recommend using video resources like here on YouTube over podcasts, because with video you can also see the movements of the mouth, lips, and tongue while native speakers speak. I have a bunch of videos with native speakers here on this channel as well for you to check out next and to really tune your listening skills. The next tip I have for you is to mimic native speakers. If you think about it, that's how babies learn to speak. They just repeat everything they hear. Now, of course, this is a little awkward to do when you're out and about in daily life. People might think you're making fun of them, so make sure you're in a safe space when repeating natives and the pronunciation. For example, my partner is from the south of Germany, and in the area around Stuttgart, they speak a dialect called Swabian. Now, I'm from Frankfurt and speak mostly high standard German, sometimes Hessian with my grandma, but mostly high standard German. So whenever I hear him speak Swabian with his parents, I just find it fascinating, and I repeat words and phrases after him to mimic the dialect and to learn something new. I personally think this is so much fun. Now, I understand not everyone has access to a native speaking family member or friend, but you can still practice by speaking out loud, which leads me to my next tip. Practicing speaking out loud and record yourself. This is a useful strategy where you can pick short passages out of a video of which you have the transcript. So Deutsche Welle, for example, has a lot of great resources, and you record yourself while reading out the passage. Afterwards, you can compare it to the original and identify the sounds you need to work on. Ideally, you also want to get feedback from a native speaker, so my students in the German Fluency Academy actually undergo an intense pronunciation training in the beginning of the program with all of these tactics, like practicing the different sounds in German, recording themselves, and getting customized feedback. That way, you really make sure that you build a solid foundation for your conversational skills. If you want to learn more about about the German Fluency Academy, you can visit speakfluentgerman.com. The link is in the description box below. Alright, so here you have the 6 tips to improve your pronunciation rapidly. And as promised, I'll share with you the bonus tip which my friend Chris has used in her learning journey. As mentioned before, she's from the US, but you can literally not tell from her pronunciation. She really does sound like a native speaker. Her secret hack was to visit an elderly home in Berlin on the weekends and read to the people there. I just find that this is such a brilliant idea because not only do the elderly enjoy the company, but also they have the time. So you don't need to feel rushed or stressed, and also apparently, according to my friend, some of them might have some hearing issues so that they need you to read loudly and clearly, and if not, they will let you know. I just think that this is a great idea and a win-win for both sides. So I wanted to share this with you. If you have the chance, try it out. And also let me know in the comments below how it's going with your pronunciation in German. Which sounds do you find particularly difficult? I'm curious to know and might make a tutorial on it. And if you want to take it one step further and bring your German skills to the next level, then check out my free ebook, which is a 5-step guide on how to become fluent in German. I'm just in the mood for giving today. The link to download it for free is in the description box below. So I hope you have found today's video helpful, and make sure to also implement these strategies in your German learning. I'll be back next week with another videos for you guys. Das ist alles für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!